Coach McKenna here with the Great Day to Be Irish show. A lot of great things going on. We're in the middle of July here, or beginning of July, middle of July, whatever you call it, and we're just busted at the seams around here. We got a couple camps going on right now, and we got a lot of camps going on during the summer. So if you're interested in our camps, I think soccer's next week, and there's a couple other ones. It's go to ndnj.org, look for the camps, and you can check that out. Got Coach Clancy here. Coach Clancy, about 10 days ago, I guess, was named the head football coach at Notre Dame. Coach Lordai had to take another opportunity, and we are blessed to have Coach Clancy not only here today, but to be able to take the reins and move the football program forward. Coach, first off, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very
much. Welcome to the show. Coach, I know for you, it's a great joy to be the head coach here, and you've worked hard to get to this level. I'd like everybody to get to know you kind of like I do. So like we do with everybody else, give us a little history on who is Sean Clancy.
Sure.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you live? Are you married? And all that good stuff that they want to know out there.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, yeah, thanks for having me, Coach. It's a great honor to be here with you on your show. I was born in central New Jersey and raised here. Went off to New York State for college and then came back here to the New Jersey area. I am married to a wonderful woman who is much, as you well know, much smarter than me, much better looking than me, much more talented than me. Without her, there's no way I'd be sitting here.
A little short note here. If you're a football coach's wife, you are an angel. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I'll agree with that. We have three wonderful sons. My youngest son is going to start law school in about a month down at Catholic University. Our middle son is down in Washington, D.C., working in the court system. And my oldest son, after spending about a year and a half in Japan, is now teaching in Korea.
Oh, that's great.
Yep, and they're great, great young men. And then here at Notre Dame, I've been able to teach while I've been here, coach. I'm a school counselor and a college counselor. I get to work with the freshmen in the summertime in a program that helps them get ready for high school. I get to work with student government. I get to work with you.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Coach, a little bit on your coaching background, because I know you've coached baseball for years.
I have.
You've coached football, and you coach a little bit of everything. So give us a little bit about your coaching background and how did you get to be head coach at Notre Dame?
Sure. Well, that's an interesting story. So I have coached lots of different things. I coached over at the Lawrenceville Prep School. I coached volleyball, believe it or not. I've coached some swimming, done a little water polo, done baseball, basketball, football, and I coached football. When did we start coaching together? About 8 years ago?
About 8 years ago, yes.
So I came over to Notre Dame after I was at the Lawrenceville School and was lucky enough to be able to coach with Coach McKenna and Coach Moore. And then with Coach Lordai for the last 4 years, I've been the defensive coordinator, and then last couple of years the associate head coach. And when God blessed Coach Lordai with an opportunity that he really couldn't pass up, I was lucky enough to be given the honor of being the head football coach here at Notre Dame High School.
Yeah, it's a great place to coach. We got some great things going on here. Coach, one of the things I wanted to ask you is in the guidance department, you know, you do a lot of work with the athletes and everything. And, you know, if I was a freshman parent and my freshman was coming in and going to be an athlete here at Notre Dame, what were the recommendations you would give them?
Oh, sure. So I get to meet and work with the freshman parents quite a bit, actually all the parents. The key to a freshman and a freshman athlete is to be the best student you can be in the highest level of courses that are appropriate for you, and to explore all 5 of the core academic areas. Freshman and sophomore year here at Notre Dame, there isn't as much flexibility in the schedule, so we're going to get our core courses. We might double up in math, we might double up in language, but we're going to get our core courses done. We're probably going to knock out somewhere between 8 or 9 of our required NCAA core courses. I've been here now 12 years. There's only been 2 or 3 students that we ever had a problem getting their 16 core academic units all squared away to be eligible for the NCAA. So my advice to parents is let the kids play multiple sports, because the first question college coaches ask us, and and Coach, you can attest to this, what other sport do they play? Because college coaches like kids who are athletic, who enjoy the competition, and also who learn to use their bodies in different ways. And also the multiple sports, you don't put stress on certain parts of your body, especially when your body's developing. So I would say, let your kids explore what they're interested in athletically, academically. Definitely get involved in our faith formation here at Notre Dame. Coach runs the Catholic Athletes for Christ, which is a great organization. All of our teams have Bible study. So for freshman parents, body, make sure your kids are involved athletically. Mind, hit all the 5 core academic areas. And spirit, get involved in the faith formation.
And Coach, you brought up a good point, and it's something I want to talk about because I've seen this over the years of coaching, of the kids who are involved in other sports and the advantages. I'll never forget we had a tackle here, Chris Arneo, who ended up playing college ball and actually got signed to play football in college. But guess where they signed him? Watching him on the basketball court.
Yep.
Because they saw how big he was, how well he moved and everything. And I think that's so important that you get well-rounded. And I find over the years that the kids who play multiple sports are a little bit more hungry when they come to that one sport because it's not like all year round, over and over and over. And I think that's important that we go to. Coach, I know you've been involved in Kairos.
Yes.
Kind of give us a little bit about your Kairos experience, when you got involved with Kairos, because our Kairos department is just rocks the house. I mean, they do a great job, and it's a great thing we have here.
Yeah, the Kairos experience is something I haven't been part of something like that before. So we, as the adults, take students on a weekend-long retreat, and what we really try to talk about is what makes us human, what makes us vulnerable, as well as what makes us strong, and where our faith falls into making us a complete person. So a big part of faith formation here at Notre Dame is creating and helping young people to become the best person that they can be. And Kairos is a big part of that. The ability to admit what you're good at, to admit where you're weak, and to realize that those internal dialogues don't control you. That if you really commit to a relationship to God and you really commit to being the best person you can be, then you are in control of how you feel. And you're in control of what the perspective on the world that you have. You become the man in the mirror. And when it comes down to it, the person you have to be comfortable with is a person that's looking back at you when you look in the mirror. And Kairos does a great job for some of the kids, continuing that journey of finding themselves. And for other kids, starting that journey of finding themselves.
Got a lot of neat things coming up, Coach, and I just got to give it a little plug here because on July 16th, next Tuesday, we have our annual strongman competition where teams from other schools come in, and we do a lot of neat things. So if you're in the area, 6 o'clock next Tuesday, come out to that. Notre Dame's got 2 teams in it. Should be really great. And we've got other things coming up, for our athletes. We have a retreat, football retreat. We're going to actually sleep over with the guys, spend the night with them. They're going to have a blast. But it's that team bonding thing. And I think that's what Coach is kind of getting at, because it's just not about what we do on the field. It's about what we do off the field. And I've always said this, that some of the greatest players that I've ever coached are the guys that do all the right things off the field and on the field. Total package. So, Coach, talk about this year. What are you looking for, the team-wise and everything?
Sure.
And a little bit about this year, and then we'll talk about longer goals after that.
Sure. Well, last year was a great year for us. We went 7-1 in the regular season. The kids did a really great job. We lost seniors some strong leadership, but we have great kids stepping up as our juniors and seniors. I expect this year we'll be competitive in every game. I was just out on the field in our football camp, which we have 50-some kids ranging from the age of 3rd grade to incoming 9th graders. There's going to be no drop-off in the talent of kids coming in. We've got some really strong players coming in. Our sophomore class is very strong. Juniors and seniors, we're looking to have a very successful season. We have great character kids who really understand what it means to be part of the Notre Dame family, what it takes to be successful, and they're putting work in that really I haven't seen in my coaching career. It's a great group.
It is a good group, and I get to work with them all the time, so I can attest to the just the values they have in hard work.
And Coach, that's part of it, though. What you're able to do with the kids down here and preparing them for the season, both spiritually, physically, is really unmatched. I mean, they're not other weight rooms like this, and they're not other strength coaches who take an interest in the kids in the totality, and then are such outstanding strength coaches as well.
Well, that's nice, Coach. Thank you, Ed. But you know what it comes down to? It's because we've got great kids here, and they work hard. And just some of the things we right now, I have levels where we should be going into a season, and I would say right now the football team is about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of where I expected them to be. We're doing things right now that just takes us to another level, and I'm proud of the kids. They work hard. They come back. I was really impressed. One, I like to go out and watch our older kids work the youth camp. But I was really impressed. You know, they've been in twice now. We bring our youth camp in, and so all the kids that are coming here next year, future football players, they're athletic. I was really impressed with them. Worked them out yesterday. Had them on the jammers today, and they really look good. And you know what? They just seem to fit right in. They want to fit right into that brotherhood. So I'm really impressed with that. Coach, now let's go to play the old game. In 5 years, where do you see Notre Dame football?
I see Notre Dame football as exceedingly strong in 5 years. We have very strong rising freshman class. We have very strong rising sophomores, juniors. Our seniors are great. We have a strong coaching staff in place. We have an administration here who's very supportive of the football program. We have you, who is an outstanding resource in preparing kids. Again, body, mind, and spirit. We're not just about what they can do on the football field. We're about helping the young people become the complete person that God meant them to be.
Okay, Coach, I'm out in the Irish Nation. I'm watching this show now. And here's the golden question. I got a son who's like this about coming to Notre Dame, or a daughter, or anybody. Why do you bring your kid to Notre Dame, and why do you send them to school here?
You know, I get asked that question a lot. I live at a local school. I'm very familiar with the local schools around. The reason you bring your student, you let your child come to Notre Dame, is because of the community, because of the family. The academics are very strong. The faith formation is strong. The idea of the fact that the kids all support each other and care about each other is something that's very unique to Notre Dame, and you really can't put a value on that, but you feel it when you come in the building. It's the way that everybody interacts with everyone else in a respectful way. It really is a very special place, and that's one of the reasons, or no, not one of the reasons, that is the reason I'm here, because the kids feed off that, the other adults do. I've been here for 12 years. Coach has been here for longer than that. We have some teachers
longer than that, Coach.
40 years. We have other teachers who are new. There's a commitment to the community and to helping the kids become the best that they can be.
And I'll tell you, Coach, you know, and that just isn't now. That's been for a long time. When I came here 20 years ago, I drugged my one daughter from Pennsbury, kicking and screaming. She did not want to come here. But as soon as I got here, I could just feel the family atmosphere here and everything. And I thought it was the right move, because sometimes as parents, you got to do what's good for your kids, whether they think it's the right thing or not. Brought her over here as a sophomore. She ended up as a senior being Female Athlete of the Year. And to this day, she'll tell you it's the best thing I ever made her do, because she still comes back in. In fact, today, her my grandkids, her 2 5-year-olds, one's at cheerleading camp, one's doing a football camp, and they're having a blast. And they're a little young to be at the camp, but I'll tell you what, the counselors, the coaches, and they just embrace them, and it's a great way to learn. It's a great place to be. Coach, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
And I wish you all the luck in the world this year. And you know I got your back, and we're going to do a great thing. Hey, great day to be Irish. Have a good day. See you later.